to do. Everything you see in the movie was there. There was no props, nothing that we bought or that we had brought there. And that's why I'm proud of it. Not because it's a particularly fantastic movie, but because this is what you can do.
Come on, how did you convince Meldrum House to let you film it? Did you knock out the security guards? Or?
They thought we were doing
already saying
like this.
It's a good question because they thought we were doing a promotional film for Shivas. They didn't know we were doing a short film.
Nice one.
Did you continue on Chivas, or did you go to a different whiskey?
I still do. I still drink the Shivas, if that's the question. We drank a lot of Shivas while we were shooting. And I'd like to use the opportunity and thank some of those people who actually helped making this movie. I told you the budget is $50, but that's easy to say if you have friends and people who work for free. So I'd like to thank some who are here tonight. One of them is a member of Brody House. It's Lydia. It's right here. She's the voice. Thanks God there are actors who have a better and more manly voice than me and have a better English accent as well, because they are English. That's Matt De Vera right there. The editor who basically didn't sleep for 10 days and smoked a lot of packets of cigarettes. That was actually not in the budget, but anyway, it's possible right here. Thank you. The music you hear is basically completely an original score written by a composer. He's here tonight as well. That's Imre. Here. And then the gentleman who actually designed the poster is also here tonight. I don't know if you've seen it in the invitation. It's also right there. I hope I didn't forget anyone. Did I? No. That's it. All right, thank you. Tim, you should have said you didn't make it.
I'm too modest.
All right. I knew I forgot something. One of the most important ones. Yes, the script was actually written on the night before we shot. That was the storyline that we written, so we know what we were shooting and what the story is about. And then when we came home, parallel to the editing, Tim Bender, who is right here, he helped me, or he basically has written the whole screenplay into proper English, and that's why it sounds so beautiful. Because if I would have written it, I just had the story in mind, that's it. So yeah, it's $50 plus a lot of help from friends. Do you have any questions?
Cinematography, who is that?
His name is Gabor, and he, as I told you before, came there as a photographer. He's not a cameraman. And we didn't have no equipment at all. All he had is his P5 Canon camera. And magic technology today makes it possible that if you have a photo camera, you can still shoot movies with it, as you can see. We didn't even have a tripod. So we just took his camera, and one of the reasons why we turned it into black and white is not only because we love film noir and because it fits to the feeling, but also because you can cheat away a lot of stuff that you would have seen if we use it in color.
As a finance person, I have to ask you what you spent €50 on.
Cigarettes!
It wasn't cigarettes, so it could be whiskey.
The whiskey was for free. The cigarettes were off budget, below the line.
10 run
There is a song at the very end, the violin song, the final song, that was written by a guy called Cedric Vernier, and I bought it on the internet for $49 plus taxes.
And so what's the next stage? You're going to use this as a vehicle then to...
No, not really, because the film industry hates this kind of film, because that's not the way films are done. You have to have a budget, you have to have a production plan, and this is an experiment made by people who love film, and no matter what my history in film is, when we did this, I was just like a little boy doing his first film ever. This was the kind of feeling we had in there. and the kind of love towards making films. We've sent it to some festivals. We have won one festival. We're still in competition in some others. But this is not really the point why I make this film. I don't actually want to make a point. I don't want to prove that this is how you have to do it. It was just passion that we love to show. Other people bring home postcards from Scotland. We brought a show.
Did you intend that people would read the dialogue as well as listening to it?
Well, we put the subtitles on because we were not sure how many people speak.
Because as a native English speaker, I found myself reading it. You, for example. Yeah. And I found it improved my sort of comprehension of what was happening.
Maybe we have a version without subtitles if they bothered you.
No, that was it. Get a hearing aid.
Because, as I told you, everything was there. Even the order of service that we showed, that I have in my hands, a detective has in his hands, where it says prayers, like on the candles, it features Graham and Tiffany as the Christian names, and it features probably a woman called Carol as the best. Yes, but we changed it because that's also in there. It's only there for a few frames, you probably didn't see it, but that's why we've chosen these names, because Graham and Tiffany actually had their wedding there 10 days before we shot. And that's why the tent was there, that's why the invitation cards were there. Even the guy's name, Alan Williams, in the guest book, it was there, and it was written bolder than all the others. That's why we picked him.
We signed a wedding there.
Yeah, we didn't have any props, we didn't use anything, and it was in the middle of the summer, and even the coat was a coincidence. They brought it because one of the guys said it's going to be cold. It was damn hot, but I just had the coat and no props, and they told you it was all, and that's why we call them like this, because that's what's in the order of service. That's the name of the couple that actually got married there 10 days ago, before we shot.
It's beautiful pictures. I was wondering, did you use a lot of filters? Or you just had the
We would have used a lot of filters if we had some. As I told you, we didn't have anything. This guy came prepared for a photo shoot about some Hungarian B-category celebrities, including myself, enjoying whiskey in Scotland. He didn't have anything. We didn't use lights. We didn't have lights.
Yeah, with one lens they use.
Yeah. Well, no, he had three lenses with him, but no filters, no nothing else.
And presumably,
I'll tell
sorry.
What did Heathrow think about the film?
Sorry?
Heathrow.
Heathrow has not seen this film yet.
It's actually the Boots advertisement.
No, it's not Heathrow, it's a stage. We built the whole set. That's the official version. Officially, that's a lot of extras right there.
And so from your perspective, I mean, compared with having gone from Die Hard and these other kind of films, which is budget effectively limited, 2.5 places. Quite fun, presumably, just having to use what you have. I mean, the experience of going through that must have been hugely different. And is it more fun than someone doing all the heavy lifting for you and telling what to be and what to do?
Well, filming a film like Die Hard or like the feature film I did is different because that is really, if you have show business, then that is more about business. It's really about being precise, about having your production plan, keeping the budget. So yes, this is more fun because nobody tells you what to do. You don't have to care about the budget, and you have to create, which is it's a good feeling to sit down with a lot of whiskeys and say, okay, we have a music box, we have this suite, we have this room, we have these corridors, we have an empty tent. What the hell do we do with that? Look, there's a mosquito. Well, we can use that. And it's more fun. Yes, it's more fun, definitely. But then, of course, the result is good.
You said everything you had at hand. Did you ingredients?
Now, obviously, when we came back with the footage, we knew that now we need the voices, the music, the
The show is there in
screenplay.
May, right?
I was looking for some. Actually, the only thing I was looking for for is an actress, a native English actress. When it turned out that there is somebody who is actually Scottish, that's where the idea came, and well, then let's put this part in that she visited her parents and that she's originally from Scotland, and well, thanks to Lydia. That's her name, actually, her real name.
Yeah. Big clap for Lydia! Yay!
And the ending was on purpose, right? You think it's totally open?
Yes, yes, absolutely. And it's interesting because if I talk to people who've seen this film and I ask them, what do you think is the ending about? It's usually very, very clear. Women say he's going home, breaking the spell of Meldrum House and becomes a father no matter whose child it is. And men say, what are you talking about? He's going to butcher his wife. But that's the nice thing about open endings, isn't it?
It's going to go on Jeremy Kyle and do a DNA.
That's Meldrum House Part 2. Very good.
We put it to vote, so who thinks the nice happy ending? Don't vote all at once, right? And who thinks that part 2 is going to be, you know, Quentin Tarantino eat your heart out? There you go, Attila, it always tells you what to do, right?
Maybe one more interesting detail, that the legend of the White Lady and Isabel Douglas is true as well.
Yeah.
Enter Meldrum House, the first thing the receptionist said, make sure that you don't get room number 3 because that's where she got pushed out of the window. I said, who? Well, Lady Isabel Douglas, and her ghost is still here. So the White Lady, the legend of the White Lady actually inspired us to make this whole film. It's true. I mean, I don't know if the ghost is true, but the legend is true.
And tell us what's next on your agenda. You have lots of things going on, I guess, but you got something.
There's 2 feature films that are under development and already have won tender at the Film Foundation, so we're going to shoot 1 feature film, and I've developed a TV series and I'm trying to sell it to Hungarian TV stations, but the problem is that trash reality is so strong right now that I'm trying to look to that side where somebody from HBO is sitting. Maybe he is interested. There's a lot of projects under development and some of them will be shot pretty soon, and there's one more short film that we're about to shoot as well.
I guess one of the things that we see in a lot of press is that Budapest gets a lot of positive attention from a film perspective and all that kind of stuff. I mean, again, people sort of judge by headlines, you know, have one Die Hard and everyone thinks, well, I mean, would you think that things are looking up, or think it's just one swallow and it's kind of tricky for most people out there?
Maybe it's because you mumbled, but I didn't get the question.
Okay. Shall I take the gloves off now? Right, we're into ad-lib territory. No, just a quick question. Health of the current industry in Budapest. Everyone thinks it's doing great shakes, and we see Die Hard and all these kind of stuff. Would you say that's a fair reflection, or do you think it's...
It is.
Yeah.
I think it is. We lose some of the major projects from time to time, but it's normal. It's always Romania,
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia, Hungary competing. It's always the same story. It's the same story for 10 years now.
Yeah.
And since we have the tax rebate, and beautiful locations and great staff and crew, yes, we're in a good shape. And the new Film Foundation, headed by Andy Viner, who's a controversial person, and you can think a lot of things about him, but I think he's doing a great job. Yes, we're in good shape and we'll be in an even better shape, hopefully. Can I get a drink now?
Yeah, I've got a couple more questions.